Hey kids, it's your good buddy Mark Miller. How you doing? You guys ready to write some code? I'm going to take that as a yes. Good job, everybody. With me on the Skype call. Wait, what's going on in Fred's head over here? Oh, Fred. Is it this guy right here? Just a little bit needs to be moved. That's that light right over there. Sorry about that, Fred. You okay, buddy? And with me on the Skype is, the ever reliable, the ever amazing, you know him. That's him right there. There he is. It's Roy.
Hello.
How you doing, Roy?
I'm doing pretty well, Mark. How are you?
I'm pretty good actually today, I think. We had we had some technical difficulties as we seem to always have. Today, all the cameras were not working. And I was like, well, let's try reseating the card. I've got a card that brings in 4 HDMI signals, and I was like, let's reseat it. So I shut off my machine, I put it back in, I turned the machine back on, all the cameras are back. I'm like, you guys, you son of a... Anyway, today we're going to be, we're working in a different project. Here, let me start opening up some things here. We're continuing on the interactive training editor. This is actually kind of cool because this is like the first time that I have really been doing something work-related in the on the show.
That's cool.
Most of the stuff we've been doing has just been kind of, just playing around. And now I'm like kind of in a spike mode, and I'm like, well, let's do it on the show as well. I'm opening up the Document Editor Sandbox project. That's what we've been working on. So I've actually been working on this outside of the stream.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Just a second. I'll be right back. I'm still here.
So say, careful, Mark. All those cars, the highway, you just got out of your car.
Just got out of my car. Hold on. I'm going to get back in that car. Hold on. Here we go. I'm back in the car here. I just noticed, I think I had some food down here. Noticed something on my desk. I got to clean this guy up right over here. That's going to make me feel way better. I want to drag that mouse and whatever that was. Yeah, I know. It's a little weird, eating in your car, eating in your office, I suppose. But, sometimes I do it. Sometimes I do it. All right. Interactive Training Editor is there. Where's Document Editor Sandbox? It's coming onto screen right there. So I've been working on this outside of our time together. And I guess I'll show you where we are right now. Here we go. Let's run this. Now, architecturally, by the way, Hector!
HSC.
Welcome, Hector. Glad you're here, buddy.
Hey, Hector.
Welcome.
Good to see you.
Welcome. Glad you're here, buddy. All right, so here's what a couple things I'll just bring up to speed in terms of where we are with this. You weren't with us last Thursday, is that right, Rory?
That is correct, yeah, so I'm quite a way behind.
Okay. So structurally, let's just talk about structurally. The project is here. It's a sandbox project, but see all these icons right here? Here. Oh, hold on a second. Zoom it is not starting automatically. I feel like I just started up. There we go. There's the icon I want to show you right there. Do you see these icons? These are like essentially like they're virtual folders almost. They're linked.
Sure.
They're there by virtue of the links. And then inside of those virtual folders, we've got a bunch of linked files as well. This is like whoever designed this icon won a competition for the smallest arrow in a box possible.
Yes.
Anyway, these are all linked files. The reason they're linked files is because this is actual source code for CodeRush, and these files are in another folder that I'm working on. So everything in Training Builder here is inside of the CodeRush source code. It's in a branch I'm working on. It's not checked in yet, but that's kind of where it's headed. It's eventually headed in that space. It's remarkable to me actually how many classes and how much work we had to do to get to where we are. It's kind of a large amount, is what it seems. So architecturally, structurally, that's what it looks like. It's basically, this project consists of really only these actual real files in here, which looks like maybe some of these need to be moved over. Image extensions, save PNG, where's that being called from? Yeah, we need to move it over. I'm not going to worry about that now, but it looks like at least these 3 files need to be moved over. This log is just a, this is a kind of dummy class here, because there's an actual log dummy class for the sandbox app. Okay, let's look at functionality. So functionality now, one other thing I made a change to. In here, in my model, script is the main model element. Okay. This used to have a separate script segment at the top, which was the first one, but now I've just made it a single list of script segments. Okay? That's it. I don't know if it's worth to break this down or not, but this goes into, the segments are individual script segments, which are here. Those have individual script paragraphs, which are here. Those have individual script blocks, which are there. And script blocks an abstract class from which I can descend a script highlight, a script image, or script text.
Sure, yep.
That's the model. I've got 2 builders. One for creating flow documents from the model, and the other for creating the model from, well, these are kind of helper methods right here, I think. Is that true or not? No, here it is right here. We're creating a model from the flow document. So we have a way to go to the flow document and back. Well, this is actually a way to get to a script segment and back is what this is. Okay, does that make sense? We can get to a script segment, but we don't actually get to a full-on script. The script, the bigger picture of this whole thing, so I just kind of jumped in the middle, but the bigger picture of the whole thing is we're building an interactive training editor for Visual Studio. The goal being, we're basically in sandbox spike mode, but the goal being, we want to see if we can make it easy to create high-quality training, interactive training inside Visual Studio. So if you want to learn about a topic, you could, instead of watching a video or instead of reading a blog, you could open up a project, and the project contains training inside of it to guide you through the steps of learning.
Yeah.
Whatever the topic is. That's what we're trying to do. Okay. Now with that set, with that intro set, we're running. Here's what I've got right here. I've got 1 entry in the list box. I was working on this today. It's actually kind of almost done, it looks like. See this red bar here? I'm going to change that color in a bit. But this red bar is essentially allows me to resize the element in the list box.
Okay.
See what's happening there? So that if I want to see more text, I can do this. And presumably everything else is going to work. I've only been testing it in 1 entry in the list box. So my next test is to add a second entry and see, is it all going to work? The other piece I've noticed here is I don't have this is too thin. It's like, it's got only a couple pixels here.
Making it hard to grab, really.
Yeah, it's making it hard to grab. Let's take a look at this. Why? 1, 2. It looks like it's 2. 1. Or my mouse is jumping with the small movements. It might be 3, but yeah, 1, 2. Looks like maybe 3 pixels wide, but it's not enough. So we need to solve and fix that. Let's go look at that and fix that. Let's see. That's going to mean it's called my panel stretcher. I give it a default. thickness of 6. I wonder if I'm setting it specifically. Let's look at my script segment control. You should have a panel stretcher. There it is right there. Height is 4. That might be my problem. What did I call that property? Splitter size property. So splitter size is equal to, well, it wasn't set there. There's the height. I wonder if the height was messing with it. That might be it. Let's change it to 6 like that. I wonder if that'll just take right now. It looks like it's gone.
It's gone.
Well, that doesn't
So
feel
does
happy at all.
the splitter size ultimately set the height interiorly? Because if not, then what is the default height? Is it 0, and is that the reason we can't see it? Oh, okay.
Back on
Just
the
the
restart.
recompile theory. That is bigger than it was, so that 6 has taken.
Yeah, and it feels easier to grab.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's. I think we might have just been in a kind of a bad state because we deleted something and restarted something. I noticed something else in the panel stretcher. I had renamed this, and let's go rename this piece here. All right. Okay. Color. Let's go back to this, change the color of it, see if it's visible. I've created it as a border, and I almost like for really, so see this color here? This is supposed to match it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of working, right? It's kind of the same. If we zoom in, I think you'll be able to see it a little bit better right here.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
This is not anti-aliasing. This is anti-aliasing the border. Interesting. I would like a sharper edge here, actually, to indicate something I can grab onto. Let's go see if we can figure that out. I'm descending right now. Well, I'm descending from a panel. I think I'm going to ask the internet. I'm going to phone a friend and ask the internet, see what the internet says.
See, the last time I saw that kind of logic on the edge of a panel, it was because it was beveling on purpose. It was trying to give an edge and sort of fade to a background. You had a sort of a virtual height almost on the panel. So it was sort of a 3D effect where it stick out. Not seen genuine anti-aliasing on a panel in some time.
What's a turned element? No, that's not what I want. How can I avoid anti-aliasing? Use layout rendering. The lines look sharp and WPF required, and sometimes it seems like it takes a bit of bad magic. I'm not going to try that code yet. I'm just looking for a good answer here. That's not helping me at all.
No.
On a border. No, on a panel. All right, that's edge mode. And where's render options? Is the question. Who we can come up with. It's an attached property. just a slice of example code. Okay, so it's render options set edge mode is what it looks like it is. Okay, so let's see if we can solve that. I've got a loaded right here piece. There it is.
It was a set rather than, yeah.
Wait, what did it suggest at the beginning? It was a visual edge mode is what it looked like it was. No? What did the code say to use? Wait. I don't want it aliased. Render options, edge mode. Oh, come on. How is... This might help. This isn't code behind. I guess I have to look for the code, add the word code behind here. It's mode code behind.
Can we assign, is edge mode not just the property, but also maybe the enumeration of the values? So you can set render options.edge mode equal to edge mode dot some value.
I don't think so. Is the answer to the question. I need to see how they're doing it. Yeah, here we're back over here again. Wait, if I click on that, will I get any closer? Give me something. Give me something. You're right. It is edge mode. It's edge mode. Okay, I got it now. All right. What's interesting is they didn't suggest that. I felt like that was missing from this part.
Yeah.
Now I see it is a. It does look like it's a. All right. Aliased. Okay. That was a lot of work.
Now let's see if it's had the effect we want.
Doesn't look like it from here. Oh wait, maybe. Yeah, I did it.
That's a harder edge, yeah.
Yeah, okay, we did it. All right, sweet. So that's good. Okay, as we go around here, we've got events that are kind of firing off as we go in. So we get here, into here, we've got the additional data. Ooh, look at that plane. It sits right up in, it's not the hole. Cody Gorilla. Monday stream. Oh wait, it's Tuesday. It's not bad. It's close. This has got the additional secret hidden data, which is cool. Also, I have, if we click on Show Me, it's got a different kind of editor it's bringing up. And I can come in here and grab a sample file. So I want this to click and open a file. Then I've got an Open Now button. These things are not quite working yet, but when they're into Visual Studio, we'll be able to kind of set that up. Oh no! Stop! 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 It's a pudding show.
Hey, Puddin', how you
Now,
doing?
one thing I noticed this morning, we might work on this, or not this morning, before the show, is if I move from here to the text, it doesn't get rid of this. I come over here, it doesn't get rid of it. If I'm here and I come over there, it does. So there's something I got to figure out with that. I'm not sure what's happening with that, but we'll need to solve that part. Make that. Also, if I'm in a comment, these buttons across the top appear. And I can insert arrows, and if I do that, it'll throw the arrow in there, whatever one I'm inserting, like that. Same thing with the buttons. I can come over to the buttons and drop one of these pieces in. Now, each one of these... Whoa! He jumped right out of the form! It's Weirdbeard! Weirdbeard, kid! It's Weirdbeard! Weirdbeard, welcome. So glad I'm streaming today, kids, and we're saying hi to you. Everybody's stopping by and visiting. Thanks for visiting, guys. You know, I was having technical trouble at the beginning of the show, and I was like, I'm going to go watch Stranger Things. I'm not going to do the show. But I'm doing the show. I am going to do a hard cutoff, though, in about an hour and 13 minutes, it looks like, from my clock over here. So I will be able to watch at least one episode of Stranger Things with the kids. By the way, if you're not watching that, I'm really loving it.
See, I'm like a season behind. I've got to watch 3 first before I can watch 4.
I think they've done a really good job in these first 4 episodes. I think if I was teaching a writing class, I would be looking closely at the writing for Stranger Things for these first 4 episodes that they've done in the season. That I've seen so far. It's a slightly unusual storyline. They've got a lot of storylines running at once. They've got, like, I think 5 storylines running at the same time. They're doing a remarkable job of creating endearing characters that you care about, including characters that are not entirely good. Good. Some characters are maybe doing.
Seven, where are you? We need
Dennis,
your help.
we do need your help, Dennis. I'm so glad you're here. Your job is to keep this text from getting destroyed. Oh my God! What the? Oh!
Here, I am.
You like that guitar? Bum, 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 bum.
Oh yeah.
Welcome, Janiscu 7. It isn't a show without you. So glad you're here. So anyway, we can go select these kinds of common buttons right here. Like show me, got it, summary, whatever. And some of them will have a custom editor off to the side. Like I think show me will do that. When I click on it, it says go ahead and open a file. And so it'll list all the files from the project, and I can select that, so that now what happens when I click on the show me button, it will now open up that other file.
So this is kind of like when you're doing like PowerPoint and you see that, the presenter view. The open file panel that you've got there will not be visible to somebody using the training. It's there specifically to allow you to create the training.
Right. What's going to happen is this text that you're seeing here is going to be generated, is going to go into whatever the active file is.
Yeah.
This whole window is going to be gone when they're running the training. This is only to create the training. That's all. What do you bet? I want to bet you that Janiscu 7 is going to send a UFO our way in like the next 45 seconds. I believe that's to be the case. Okay, so that's kind of where we are. I think the first thing I want to do... Did I call it, kids? Yeah, Janiscu 7, send it. I'm going to plug it. Oh! Oh, I made a mess. Look at this mess. It's all over. Oh, what? I should do like a Stranger Things themed fanfare. Yeah, that's maybe what I'll do in my spare time.
That's what I'll do. It was very smooth today. Very smooth.
Good. Well, that's good. Okay, so that's kind of where we are. Now, a couple things I want to... Maybe Rory can be the Demogorgon. Yeah. Or just have another Demogorgon here. I don't know what I'm going to do, but basically I'm not going to be streaming for about 2 months while I'm in the States. So, I'll miss you guys. But I'll take walks every day, like I do here on the show. Just a walk through the park. So that's what I want to do. What's this over here? What? Why are you up like that? Okay, there we go. That was my water bottle. So I'm not going to be streaming live. But I was thinking, what if I did spend any time working on the stream? What would I do? And I was thinking, maybe I'll make some more, dance vids and things like that. Maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. I do know I'm bringing my new machine with me. That's absolutely my intention, is to haul the giant beast in the box and figure out the monitor situation when I get there. I don't think I'm going to bring a monitor across, but I'm not sure. So that's kind of where I'm headed with that. I don't like this.
Is that going to go in your hand luggage?
No. I did do that once, by the way. I took a desktop computer on a plane. What is that? Why is that still showing up there? That should not be on screen. Yeah, 2 months. 2 months now.
Wow.
When's
that start then? When is this?
My last show is probably going to be close to the end of June, maybe about June 21st, I think. Yeah, that's what I think it's going to be. Is it weird to have conversations with me like this, Rory? Or is it just like so normal right now? You're just like...
It's become quite normal.
Yeah.
What was less normal was, I think I fell across your trip to America by accident the other night when somehow in my calendar, my wife was like, so why are you going to America? I was like, hang on, what? I'm not.
Oh,
but it turns out one of the emails that you sent out a little while back, or had redirected, went to an email address that got picked up by Google, by my copy of Google, and just inserted it to my calendar.
Yes. I have two.
Been purchased or similar.
Yeah. No, I have an email address on Gmail that's similar to an email address that's actually routed to multiple people at DevExpress, and I forwarded to the wrong address. Oh my God! It's Screech Rat! It's Screech Rat! Look out! Screech Rat, how you doing?
Hey, Screech Rat. Good
So
to
glad
see
you're
you.
here. Roy's going to America, but he didn't tell anyone. What are we
Including
breaking today?
himself.
Yeah, well, we've kind of got some. I'll tell you. Dennis 27 is my secret coach. Let's make sure I'm working out every day. Isn't that zoom in cool, kids?
That is very cool.
I'm working on my interactive training, is what I'm working on. And we built this a while back, integrating that with the training editor that's going to basically allow me to say, here's a segment we're going to start the source file with, and then be able to add to that. So that's what we're doing right here. I hope during the show we'll get add and accept working. The first thing I want to do, though, is I want to test this. I'm going to acknowledge that we've got a problem with the hinting. See this hint and that hint? We got a problem with the hinting. Let's acknowledge that. Everybody's gonna be okay with that. We're not gonna fix that now. We have a problem with the tooltip. It stays up sometimes.
Oh.
It doesn't go away. Let's see if we can get a screenshot of this. Oh, it went away after I alt-tabbed over or something like this.
I think maybe 5-10 seconds after we spotted it initially, it just vanished.
All right. Anyway, it's a slight problem. Okay, so a couple issues. See this description? This description is going to be, here's what's going to happen. When I hit add next step, it's going to add a comment at the bottom, like this, and it's going to then add automatically next step button. Then it's going to add the this text right here saying describing the next step.
Mm-hmm.
Describing the next step. And it's going to then create one of these and put it down below here, and the words that are here are going to show up in the description on the one below it. But the first one does not have a description. This description is only meant to hook into the previous. And so the idea is, and notice I've got a little drag bar here, nothing happening yet, but I want to be able to drag this up and down. Maybe we'll do that today, I don't know. We got an hour.
So that's
we'll
the
see.
reordering of steps, so to speak.
Yes. When I reorder the steps, I want to rebuild these pieces, so I want to be able to drag things in any order, right?
So
and
each next step inherently refers to the title of the item afterwards. But as you rearrange them, those next steps will recalculate that fact on display. So yeah,
that's what my intention is. That's what I want to have happen. Let's see. One of the issues is this. The other issue is if I have the open file editor open and I click on normal text, it doesn't go away. Open file detail editor is up and doesn't go away, and we'll just copy this text from here. So that's another one. Let's see what happens if I add a second one of these in here. So let's actually get add next step to kind of work. We'll at least have it create a second one of these. Oh no! Oh, it's getting scary, kids! I'm very afraid now. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. It's all right. That's the closest we get to Stranger Things style.
Yeah.
You know, inside of here. All right, so add next step. Let's do it. That's going to be, I think, in my script segment control. Is that right? No, my script segment editor. No, wait. No. Back to control again. Add segment right there in front of me. Add segment click is there. What do we have? Where do we have? Do we have any? It's got access to the detail editor. I think we're going to have to restructure things because I think the script segment control, we need a way to communicate from low level to high level. Is kind of what we need to do.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm thinking about an event is what I'm thinking about throwing in here right now for the script segment control. Let's see how we're adding this in. Here's where we add in the first one. So this is in the training builder control, which is essentially like the tool window. That's going to be the whole tool.
The phrase view model there, and I saw you refer earlier to pieces of this that were models of what we would have.
Right.
Does that mean that things are bound in a way in which if you were to affect a collection of the right model, that it would simply build the UI around it?
Not really. No,
okay.
We're constrained by some challenges in this space. One of them is that the WPF flow document doesn't support data binding, and so and we've got a model that. So what we had to do is create these two classes right up here: flow document builder and script segment builder, to go into turn a flow document into a script segment.
So we've abstracted that model out to our own structure. We can affect that structure, but then we have to sort of tell it all to rebuild based on that.
Yeah. Fred said something very important. Rory, the flying Rory. Important to know.
Okay.
Good.
Sure.
Good to say that. Okay, so we are creating it here in this kind of outside class that has it in there. I think I want to I want an event on that. That's what I want to do. So let's kill it and let's work and create that event. Okay, that was really not helpful, that dialogue. Okay, so I think it's just a straight up event is what I think it is. There's not really any anything that we're going to do special, no special data in here. This is going to be segment added, segment adding segment. New segment, add segment requested.
So adding segment and segment added are sort of traditionally two sides of the equation. Adding suggests the possibility of cancelling without actually completing.
Yep.
And added is it's happened, deal with it.
Yes, both are true. I went with request add segment. That's what I went with.
That is in fairness a better version of the former of those two.
Yeah.
It's more clear that we are making a request that can be cancelled.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're going to do. All right, so then we got to go back to where we were before, which was, I don't know, something like segment. How are you doing, Ocular Malice? Add segment. Is this in the right spot? No, I want to be in here. Button add segment. That's it, I think, right there. All right. So then we're going to do that. We're going to pass into ourselves and EAE, like that, event args empty. And there's our request add segment. Next, we're going to, when we're going to go to the training builder control. This is the tool window. And when we I guess for now we're going to do this. Like that. And that gets us out. And then here we're going to figure out something to do with that. So let's run that. Okay. So do this. Request add segment is here. We're going to run. We should get to the next breakpoint. There we are. Sender is script segment control. So now we should be able to go into list segment items and get an index of that and then be able to insert after it. I think. Index of sender. Clear local for that. And we're going to say, hey, if that is, oh, it looks like we get some great suggestions. Oh, come on, it's gone now. There it is. If it's not equal to -1, did it not give me the closing brace? So that's too bad. All right, then we're going to say we need to add a new one. I think these two lines I'm going to extract into their own method. No. Yeah, these two. I'm going to do those two. Whoops, did I miss something? I think I get the wrong thing selected there. Extract method, create new segment. Like that. Okay, so that'll automatically hook it up. And now if we have this, we should be able to say dot items dot insert. And will it be able to just always say index of sender +1? And then we're going to call create new segment again. Whoops, like that.
That seems fair, yeah.
What's going to happen if this is like kind of out of bounds? Is it going to know? Am I going to have to add code
Well,
that
the
say
only way it
add?
could be out of bounds is if the one that's sending the message is... If there are 5 items in the list, then 4 is the current largest item. So you should be able to insert at 5.
It worked.
Because it's the same as appending, right?
Okay, so now let's look at it. Okay, that looks like this is working. Okay, that's working pretty well, looks like. Sweet. So now I can have items in the list box of different heights.
Yep.
Although, well, what's going on? It won't let me drag this? I can't
That's
drag this up
weird.
and down. I can only, that's weird. Is it 'cause I'm just not dragging enough? I'm just not dragging far enough.
Yeah,
Because it's only got 2 items.
There's a
I
property
see.
of the list box that allows you to drag only whole items, I think it is, rather than half items.
Let's see if we figure that out. Because I'd like to see it be more granular there.
Yeah.
That's, I think, here in the designer side of this. This one right here. Oops, am I not clicking on it? There it is right there. I think there's a property in the list box here. Do you know what it's called by chance? Any ideas?
I don't off the top of my head, no, but I remember thinking it was a bit strange, except that when you have like a font drop down, right, where the fonts are actually rendered in their actual fonts, it's to stop you having half a kind of an item, and in that context it kind of makes sense.
I don't know. What's search for really?
This goes back to sort of owner draw list boxes in Win32 as well. Let me do some searching here.
Top end is, I don't think is what we want. Top alignment. I may have to change this up. Instead of using a list box, I might have to do something different. Let's just see what properties we have in the list box control. Let's go back into IntelliSense. See if we can find something there.
Is it smooth scrolling? Can content scroll to false? Is there something called can content scroll?
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Okay.
Scroll into view. Oh, that scrolls something into view. Let's do this. Let's look only in the hierarchy, only for the list box. And that's all we got. Look who's here, kids. I'm in the water. Help! Help me! Help me! Oh! Is it okay? Oh, everything's all right. Frankfurt, how are you doing? Good to see you, Mr. Rush. Got to do some work and lurk. All right. Yeah, I don't see it. These are the only properties. I got scroll into view, these methods, and then selected items selection mode. Yeah, I think that's probably just multi-select. And that's it. I'm going to say it doesn't exist. In which case, we might have to, change this to something different.
Ocular Malice is onto the thing that I was talking about before. I wasn't sure how to access it. It says if it's a list view, you can use list view scroller view dot can content scroll equals false. Kogorilla, to answer the question of what we're trying to do, we're trying to make it so that you can allow an item to partially scroll out of view rather than this jump between the first and the second item.
Yeah, this is the first item up here.
I'm sure I've heard it referred to as smooth scrolling or...
And this is the second item right here. There's the second item. And so I only get 2. When I drag down, nothing happens until I get far enough to get the second one up. See it? So it's almost like it's not working, and then all of a sudden it seems like it's working. So that means
Ocular Malice once again suggesting can content scroll equals false. My question is, where is that property? Is that on our list control, or are we... Is that
That's in the list view. That's in a list view, so we're going to change it to a list view.
Okay.
That's what we're going to do.
Right, fair enough.
We're going to change it to a list view. Can content scroll. We'll do that. I guess I can do it right here. Scroll that up a bit so we can see it. Can. I don't even see it. What is it again?
Can content scroll is the...
Can. On the list view.
Does the list view have a sub-property? Is it a scroll view? So it's a sub-item or a so it'd be list view dot scroll item or scroll view dot what have you.
I got list view dot view.
Doesn't seem to be.
Let's see what I got in here. Nothing in there. What's this say? Property view does not have a value. I think I need to, yeah, I'm not even, hold on. Let's do a search though for what Ocular Malice is, the term Ocular Malice is suggesting. Can content scroll?
Yeah.
Let's do that. I just want to throw in my list box thing. Nope, scroll viewer. All right, fine.
Right. So the way he's suggesting in the chat here is a scroll view dot can content scroll is the property name on the list view. So rather than as content, do it within where your normal attributes are.
I gotcha. Thanks, Ocular Malice. That looks good. Let's try that. What's happening? No scroll view in here?
Scroll viewer.
There it is. We got it. We got it. We got it. Okay.
There we
There
go.
it is.
And with luck, this will now allow us to have smooth scrolling between the first and second items, per pixel, as it were, as some have suggested.
Okay, clearing that. Uh-oh, I don't even see the
Neither
scroll.
of them. It's not big enough yet. That's all.
Oh,
You need to make one of them larger, or have them more of them. There we
Sweet.
go. That's the effect we wanted.
Ocular
Thanks,
Malice, you did it! You did it, Ocular Malice!
He's awesome.
Fred, is it really that painful? Come on, Fred. That was awesome.
Awesome contribution.
It feels a little loud. A little loud. I'm chopping that volume down. Hey, kids, in case you don't know it, we got to take a break for our sponsors. This show is sponsored by Brute Force.
Brute Force.
What? And Sprinkles. It's sponsored by Sprinkles. It's Sprinkles. Yeah, there's Sprinkles. Sprinkles Battle Unicorn. You know where to send me the royalty checks. You bet, man. All right, that's awesome. So now we have it partway done. Add next step created the second piece. Next thing I want to do is I want to actually add the code that we need at the end. So the code is going to look like, as you know, I mentioned before, the code is going to be a comment. It's going to
The
be
chat room is on fire.
Oh, it's okay.
You're welcome.
I don't know what's going on, Fred. I don't know what's going on, Fred. You don't know either? All right. Fine. So it's going to add this. It's going to add that. And it's going to... Again? Really? And some comment, some text here. Right there. That's what we're doing, right up there. All right, so that's what it's got to add to the end.
Yep.
When we click on Add Next Step. It's got to get a description in there. And I think it's just going to say Next Step Description. That's what it will default to. And that means also that the description of this segment is going to have to be set. So that's kind of what we need to do next. That's what let's focus on that. I'm not sure about this. It's been a while since I've been inserting items in here, so we'll have to figure that out. Request add segment. Not right now, Ocular Malice, but you know, as soon as we figure it out, you know, we'll let you know. You'll know because you'll see us floundering. Floundering, I said. Ocular Malice, how's the weather? Janisku's in trouble. He's in trouble. If you're in trouble, Janisku, I'm coming to get you. So I want to slow motion this one. Not here, but coming up. Not there. Here. I want it slow motion right there. And almost slow motion too. I'll go like, whoa. Isn't that kind of fun? You know what I'm talking about, Rory?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that can work.
Because
All right.
it's very memorable. You know when the
Na 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 na.
What? Yeah, come on, yeah,
Na 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 na.
yeah, come on, come on, come on.
Na
I'm falling.
na na
Okay.
na 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 na.
Hey Thundle,
How you doing, Thindle?
welcome.
Thindle came in with Party 11 and still got his fanfare. I think I need to add some new commands. Thindle says no combo. Yeah. It's Party 11. I forget what Party 11 is. I should track it. Oh, it's that one. I think we just played it. That's why you can't play it a second time.
Maybe, yeah.
All right.
Indeed, yes, the chat room does report that since that was already used, it cannot be said for a little while again, and that's why that didn't work.
All right. So here's the add segment. This is where we need to add this plus the image. That's what we need to add to the end of the current segment editor, I think.
Okay.
Let's see if we can figure that out. I think it's going to be segment editor dot document. Okay, good so far. Dot maybe blocks. Dot add. We're going to create a paragraph here. Jetsam! Jetsam is in the house. This is where we need to add some planes. I totally want to do a plane version of this. I have all the assets. I just haven't done it yet because I just haven't, had the time to do it. But it's on my list. Maybe that's one of the things I'll do when I'm on break. By the way, kids, everybody who's here, just to let you know, I'm going to be taking about 2 months off in the summer. 2 months. It's going to be a lot. We're in the danger zone now. Let's create a new paragraph up here. I'm going to be in the States working to get my Spanish visa. Be doing all kinds of, remote work in the States, from all kinds of places. We need to create a new paragraph like this, I think. I need to find out, I'm dropping a marker here because I need to come back. I need to find out how I'm currently adding images. That's what I need to figure out. And I'm wondering if the code is here. Image data changed. Create new editor for image file. No. Selection changed. Insert image at caret.
Sounds good.
We're getting some image data for the image name. Image file name. So this comes from the button toolbar. The button toolbar passes in a file name. If we just drop a marker there, can I do a rebuild? Looks like I can. A hot reload, I mean. So if we come in and we just say, let's throw an image in here, like this, what do we get? We just get button show me. Cool. We get the actual image though. So that's tricky because we don't have the image, access to the image. Yeah, we just get, and we're going to get some default data for it. So the button toolbar loads up the images. Is what it does. And we need that image. Part of the reason we kind of need the image and we kind of don't. The only reason we need the image is in case it doesn't exist. So here's what happens. We check to see the image is here and it's only used in this line of code where if the file doesn't exist. So if, Yeah, I don't know. I should.
That's for multiple usages of the same image, so you don't save multiple copies. You just keep referring to the first one.
Yeah, and it's just to make sure it's there, right? So we basically what happens is we've got all of these images here in this space. I'm also loading these up as well from the toolbar button. Let's go look at the button toolbar. It's right here. Let's look at its code, see how it's loading up the images. As I recall, yeah, they're here. This is actually not loading it. This is just associating the path to it, as well as got it. Yeah, these are special up here. Basically down here, the button height is the one that we're looking at. These are the image pieces here that come in. This is just a class that combines these three things together. And with those image paths there, then we can use these to say add combo box item image, like that, right there. And let's go look at that method. Here, this one is kind of the thing that we might want to extract into its own piece right here. So we're going to call this, I guess, get URI or get image source. Get image source. And is it really, it's returning a bitmap image. Get bitmap image. And I'm going to make that public. What's going on in the chat room? What are you guys talking about?
Chat room is going off on a, shall we say, one or more tangents. The suggestion, firstly, is that since you're leaving for 2 months, can you leave the stream on and we'll just have a Fred stream for 2 months that they can take advantage of and party every now and again. I believe Ocular Malice even suggested that he could just replace the stream with several of the videos he allegedly has of you saying silly things, just replaying them occasionally.
Excellent.
Fine. You know, our other sponsor, kids, is
Miles. Let's ship it.
those are our big sponsors. That's what we're doing here. All right, so okay, so now we've got a get bitmap image. It is static, and it's got the correct. What's going on with assembly name? Let me check this. Where's this set? Okay, that's fine. That's fine for now. And it grabs the image path. Okay.
So that's quite good because it's grabbing a path to an image that's embedded in the assembly, and therefore
Yes.
that's where they can access the data from, and ultimately that's where it then saves from out to where you need it to be.
Yeah. So now let's go back through our markers here. Okay, we're here.
Hey, listen.
Yes. What? What, Tyndall? Guess I have some leveling up to do.
Level up.
Autocorrect for the win. Let's figure this out again. New paragraph is there. We need, inside of this, we need a new run, I think. And the run is going to say, it's going to be at the start of the text. And I think we're going to say paragraph.inlines.add. And we're going to pass in the results of this new run. So that gets us halfway there, or maybe a third of the way there. The second part of it is going to be the other side of it, which is going to say description. Next step, description, like that. Maybe 2 spaces there, and then we just have to figure out how to insert. Where was it? I think we saw the insert image at caret. Let's go look at that right there. Ocular Malice tried to level me up.
Image container seems to be the main.
Given an insertion position.
Yeah.
I think I don't need to give it an insertion position, and it'll just give it back to me as an inline UI container, and then that I can add. So that's what I want to do. But this should be static, shouldn't it? Do we need this? Do we need anything instant?
I don't think it
inside of
refers to instanced anything, no.
Yeah, I think we're good. So now we've got script segment editor. Let's go back to where we were, adding the paragraphs. So script segment editor dot create image container. Come on. And we need the image file name, which is going to be, I think, we'll edit this, but I think it's button next step dot png. I think that's out over here. What is it? Next step dot png. No word button in front. I'm thinking about the custom button data. Wait. Hold on. We need that other bit of code though. We need this right here.
Oh.
And we need full path to image. This. We need these two pieces here out, extracted into its own piece. And this is going to be, I think this is make sure image exists.
Yeah.
Like that. That's going to be public. All right, back over here, we want to get into that. That's inside what, button toolbar, I think. And I'm feeling right now we got to move this to another place. Am I wrong? Where is that? Script segment editor. Sorry. Make sure image exists. Image file name is again this. What's going on in the chat room, Roy? Let me know.
Oculomalis is having you say 2 months without Oculomalis is going to be amazing.
Wow. Wow. Wait, my nipples can speak. When did that happen? What's going on? Is it pointing at the wrong thing?
I didn't see, but that would seem to be the...
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, maybe I got to adjust the height of that. What's happening on my show? That's the question we're always asking here. Make sure image exists. I need the image file name there. I need this. What's this? This is the custom data for the next step. I'm not sure what that is right now. Insertion position is going to be empty because then it's going to return something back, and then I can go into my inlines and add that container. Oh, look who's here, kids.
Surly Dad is in the house.
Oh yeah. Just flying around in my pumpkin, kids. How you doing, Surly Dev? My nipples can talk. Well, they're just thinking, but you know. Saying hey. Yeah, I gotta put that up here.
Said,
What is
okay, strange sentence to come into the stream on. I'm assuming that was something to do with nipples at the time. Which sort of
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah. Make sure image exists. What's happening here? Static. It needs a bitmap image as well. The bitmap image, this is where we go to our button toolbar and we get bitmap image and pass in the image file name again. All right,
Okay.
so we need to, you know, I'm going to put it to do here. Move
Bit of
the-
refactoring of some kind, certainly.
Yeah.
Movement
Static,
to sensible
no,
locations, but the pieces seem good, right? We're managing to get our image from the right data based on the right location. That's getting fed into the container. The container is then going to be the thing added in between the two runs. And I think we're missing just a parameter there. Was it? I'm imagining that's the data associated. Sort of. But at the same time, these are the pieces we need for this. I think this is going well.
Yeah, I don't. You're saying that, talking about this parameter right here,
That's the custom data, isn't it?
right?
That we
yeah.
don't yet know what we want it to be. So for the moment,
Yeah.
blank is fine.
Yeah, it's going to be something to the effect of.
So it not jump to this named step.
It's going to be like expand template, something like that.
Okay.
But I think for now we'll do something like this and say next step, like that. What else is new? I don't know. What else is new? All right, let's see if this works. I'm just going to separate this a little bit, and let's try it. Or is new and old?
Sure. Ooh, cannot locate resource. Huh.
I think it's missing a full path, is what I think.
There was a method to get full path of somewhere.
It's the full-on path on image size. Arrow image paths. Oh, yeah. It's going to look like that. That's what it's going to look like. And we need, there's a file name, there's an image.
You're missing a double quote on the end of that.
Thanks. Full path. Loving that the refactoring still works. Okay. And then I also want like a image file name. I think I need these both. And the file name is going to just have nextstep.png in it. And so what do I need? Get bitmap image. That needs the full path. That just needs the file name. Image container, image file name. I think that's all we need there. Get full path to image. Folder images. So this is actually looking for the image on disk right here.
Right.
Okay. I think that's all okay. They're both harmless until you get them in your mouth and light them on fire. What are we talking about?
This is a two-part piece of text there from Dindle. It says, Mark, what does a cigarette have in common with a hamster?
Jeez.
they're
Don't-
both harmless until you put them in your mouth and
Dude,
light
that's
them on fire.
extremely dangerous and cruel. Don't light cigarettes, please. Sindel is a new hero with mini PCs. Oh, really? So it says, I only got around to listening to this. .NET Rocks. What show is that?
1768. Wow.
I know that guy. Oh, Thinking Outside the Box. I thought that was not bad. That was not bad, but I also thought, I don't know, was it any good? It was like in that space. Let me know if you think it was useful or if you think it was like a bunch of baloney. Let me know. Okay. Where am I? I've lost track of where I was. What am I trying to do?
So you were just
Here?
refactoring to split two usages of an image. One was just the file name, the other had a full
Right.
path to it. We were
Yeah.
trying to determine how that was then recombined with the actual on disk location, and was
Yeah.
it everything we needed?
I think it is. So let's do this. Let's delete everything from here. Now to click on, well, maybe we'll just say first paragraph, right, like that.
Uh-huh.
Graph, if I can spell it correctly, maybe I can do that. Whatever you want, it can't hear you. What do you call a dead, I'm just gonna, what do you call a dead polar bear? Wow. Can't hear you. All right, here we go. Let's add next step. Oh, look at that. We did it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that all worked. Okay, next.
I'm curious. I think to some extent you always need to have content before you can click that button, because it does look for the content to sort of post-fix things on. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, it's just doing a paragraph add to the existing blocks.
Okay.
That's all it's doing right there.
That's cool. Fair enough.
Okay. All right. So next, now what we need to do, so this right here, I want to pull out, and I want to, I bet I can do this. That followed by, oh, is that working or no? Oh, it's not working. It doesn't like that as an expression. Isn't that funny? Oh, wait, I know
I'm just
why.
supposed to put a dollar on the front, not an @ symbol.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought I had it right. All right, let's go back and try it again. Because now I want to do, whoops, I want to do this, and then I want to declare it as a constant.
Yeah.
And we'll call this the next step. Step, like that. And now that we've got that declared, then when we create our new... Rory, why can't you trust an atom? Rory?
I have no idea. I give up.
Why can't you trust an atom, Thindle? Because they make up everything. They make up everything. That's what we should do. We should just do jokes on here.
2 weeks or 2 months of filler. Just joke after joke after joke.
Okay. Yeah, with just Fred the whole time. Fred, you up for that, buddy? Fred's got multiple hands here. Let's do his other hand. There we go. Fred says he's not up for that. Hold on. I'm again like, wait. Oh, yeah. Here is where I was. Next step. So now when we create the new one, I want to now populate its description. Now to do that, I need to go back into the segment, script segment control, got the description up here at the top. I want to do a binding up in here. Here it is, right here. The text description right here. Text equals binding, and then the property name of the thing we're connecting with on the data context. And I think it's just description. It doesn't exist yet, but we're going to add it. Description. So we'll bind that to description of the script. I'm just like, is this a mistake with the direction I'm heading? I'm wondering. Script segment. Nope. Like that. So now I've got a description property in the script segment.
Okay.
So I need to bind to it. I need to set the context to it. Let's go look at where we create it. Down here. No, it's not. It's out here in Training Builder Control. Wait a second.
So what are you trying to achieve at the moment? I get the feeling that you want to have this notion of a next step.
Yeah, I need to fill in the description.
Item.
I need to fill in
Yeah.
the description is what I need to do. Request add segment is here. There's where we do create new segment.
So if we just return a reference to that segment and give it a property that will allow us to set its text box, how do we then get that reference to? Unless you want to.
Yeah, the thing is,
We could
my
have a
model's
custom
not.
event that passes that data in, perhaps.
Well, the thing is, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. You know, the model isn't really alive while the view is up. The view is effectively acting as the model. So, and I think I'm going to keep it that way. Is what I think I'm going to do.
Where's the event raised from?
Which event?
The request add segment.
That comes from the script segment control. That's when we hit the button add segment.
Because couldn't
visually it looks like this. Add next step.
Right, so could we not change the event we raised so that it had a property in it which would be the description of the segment we're going to add? That way, the add next step can both put items into the current segment and influence the name of the one that's about to be added. And since the data would be sourced from there, then
we could do that, but it's always going to be the same text initially.
True.
So I'm just kind of like, and I'm kind of playing with this idea that the model was actually around and influencing it with data binding, but it's really not. The model
it's
is
more like a serialization of what you've got at any given point.
Yeah, it's kind of it's not really that, but it's more like that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It is that, and so because of that, I think I'm not going to data bind to it. I'm going to simply just fill this in, and as this changes, I'm going to respond to it. That's what I think I'm going to do. So when I create a new segment, let's take this out right here. Let's introduce a local for that. Call this new segment. And that new segment, well, I could go right into here. How many people are going to cringe at that? And then we're going to say we want to get to what? Stir next step, which is in, wait, what was that? Stir next step, which is in script segment control. Mark is just making it up at this point. That's, you know.
This and every other point, I mean, that's what creative process is, right?
What we do on this show, Mark. This is what we do on the show, Mark. I'm talking to myself now.
Disclaimer! Mark doesn't know Jack!
Ocular Malice is actually a secret sponsor of the show, and he makes me play that every time. Wish I didn't have to take his money. Okay, so now we've done this right here. There's on my made it up part right there. Let's see what that does now. Wait, we have to go back and change the XAML. We're not going to do this anymore. There's no binding to description at this point. Okay. All right, now back over here. Add next step. There we go. So now we've added a step up here, and we have a next step here. The next challenge is when I change this. No! No! Copperbeard is here, kids. Welcome, Copperbeardy.
Copperbeardy is in the house.
Copperbeardy's been in the house for a little while now. That's an interesting delay that we've had there.
Oh, really? Arguing with yourself is the
Yeah.
most effective way to win the argument. That's right.
Ooh, I like that.
Because, as we all know, kids, I'm number one, right, Fred? You're number one? Oh, no, you are. I'm up here. All right. Let's see.
All right, with this little break in continuity, I'm going to break continuity just a little bit more
What?
by announcing that I have to disappear.
No! Roy, thanks so much, buddy.
It's my absolute pleasure, Mark. As you know, I'm actually here the whole week. Please tip your waiters, but maybe not as much next week, but that's
And
fine.
Tip your waiters. Been nice knowing you, says Ocular Malice. See you later, Roy. Buddy.
All right, my friend. We'll catch you tomorrow, all right?
All right, catch you tomorrow. Where were we, kids? Oh, yeah, we were here. With Surly's drones flying around. How awesome is that? I got a hard cutoff in about 10 minutes. So where do I want to go? When I change this, I want this to change. Right there. Like that. That's what I want to do next. So I can edit this or edit this, and they each change each other. That's kind of what I want to do. It's kind of what I want to do. It's really exactly what I want to do. And I think this is not going to be something I'm going to do in 10 minutes. I think I'm going to have to figure this out, think about this, how I want to connect these two together. But part of the reason I want to do this is that when I drag these up and down and change the order, I want these to change automatically. So the next step, whatever this description is, this next step piece up here is going to say it. What it is. I could also do this. I could simply just remove that from there and have it automatically generated in the tutorial so that this shows up inside the source code automatically. That would make this a lot easier. I wouldn't have to sync these up. And I think changing the spec is actually a smart move. It does make it easier. It's just less visual in that the user, the creator of the tutorial doesn't see this button here and they will see it when they run the tutorial. Yeah, I am going to change the spec. So I will not add that automatically. I will add that instead when we generate the tutorial. It'll come in. And I will later say, okay, I will add this as like a version 2.0 or something like that to sync these up if I find that it's really going to be important to do it. But it really doesn't make sense to do it because it's going to be hard to respond to text changes here. And, you know, there's going to be all kinds of synchronization, weird synchronization issues that I'm worried about in between these 2 points. So it's better just to have one source of data. So we'll take this part out here. Well, let's go actually do that now. Let's see, where was that? It's not in here. It's here. Okay. It's all of this. And I'm just going to comment this out for now. And we'll do that. And then now, so we have less functionality, but now adding next step should still put the word next step in it, which it does. Okay, good. Okay. I'm thinking about delete step. Let's do this. Let's go in at least, we'll write down what we want to do next. Have a to-do in here yet? I do not. Let's add one right up here. I want item, drag and drop. And drop to reorder. We're going to end this. We'll get a raid going here, and we'll end it here real soon, kids. I want to delete segments. I need basically some kind of training script generation. I need like a start, like a play button or a start training now or simulate training now, try now or something like that. To run the script. I need, what about my needs, Mark? I don't know, Fred. Try now button to run the script. This training script generation is going to consist of, this is something else I have to change for CodeRush, which are, I want to have essentially like project-based templates that can override the templates we ship. And then so it'll generate templates, generate CodeRush templates, to do all the magic of the code generation and pointing out the parts of the code, that sort of thing. Yeah, and in case you guys haven't seen it, it's going to look like, where is it? It's going to look something like this inside Visual Studio. Like that, and we'll be able to click this and it'll generate some code for us like that, and we'll be able to move through it. That's kind of what it's going to look like. Okay, that's our to-do list. Let's get a raid going. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Send it to Timbo Day. Here we go. See you tomorrow, Coding Gorilla. See you tomorrow, Ocular Malice. Try now, followed by the do now. There is no try button. Loco Joel, hi and bye. We're Deb, see ya. Take care, everybody.